Okay, so last day we have completed about this work done during studying. Now today, last day I have told you that I will start about new class, that is your flow work. So let us start with flow work. Flow work. So what is a flow work? Let us consider. So that work done required for a flow of a gas or a liquid. So let us rewrite the equation for a flow work. And once more thing I am telling you that it is very much important for your further studies, because whenever I will tell you about the first law or flow process, then it will be hugely applied, and it will be hugely applied for solving the problems. Okay, so let us consider a control volume. Control volume I have told last day. What is a control volume or a open system? Okay. So here the fluid is entering. This is the section 1 and this is the section 2. This is section 2. Okay. So the fluid is entering in this way and it is leaving in this direction. So this is section 2. Now we have to find out what will be the flow work. Okay. Now let us consider the system is doing or the fluid is flowing. Let us consider a small element in the fluid flow. A small element in the fluid flow. And the cross section area let us consider, which is A. And this small element is dx. And the small element is doing work against a pressure P. Okay. So what will be the work done in this case? So it will be the P into a force multiplied by distance. Force multiplied by distance. Okay. So this is known as the flow work. But the flow work is always considered. The flow work is always considered in terms of per unit mass. Per unit mass. So it is considered per unit mass. So what will be W? W will be W by M, nothing but PA into dx by M, and we know that M means rho A dx. M means rho A dx. Okay. So this will cut down, so it will come P by rho. And in thermodynamics we don't consider rho, we will always deal with the volume. So you know 1 by rho is equal to your specific volume per unit mass. Okay. So flow work is equal to W is equal to P into V. So you must remember this equation, that the flow work is nothing but P into V. Now next we will see what is the work done during free expansion. Okay. It is very much important. So this is the conceptual things. So what is the work done during free expansion? So let us consider a chamber, and it is separated by a partition or by a wall. Okay, this two chamber is separated or divided into portion by means of a wall, or partition, and in this portion it is filled with gas. And this is vacuum. Okay. So what will be the work done if the partition is moved? So if the partition is moved, that indicates that gas will rush into the vacuum and will fill the whole chamber. Okay, so whenever the gas is rushing against the vacuum, that means it is termed as free expansion. Free expansion. Free expansion. So what will be the work done in this case? Now you can see that in this case dV is not equals to 0. So dW will be 0 or not? Yes, dW is 0. Why? Because whenever this partition or the partition is removed, the wall is removed, the gas is rushed inside that vacuum and it will fill the whole chamber. But the system boundary is not moving. The system boundary is not moving. So if the system boundary is not moving, then dW will be 0. So in that case, though dV is not equals to 0, but dW is equal to 0. So this is a very much conceptual things that you have to consider, that during free expansion the work done is 0. So now we will see what is the path function and what is point function. Let us consider what is the path function and what is point function. So path function means the function that dependent on path, whereas point function is independent of path, depends on only at the end points. Okay, so next we have to consider, so let me elaborate what is a path function and what is a point function. Let me elaborate. So let us draw one property diagram. Suppose it is any property diagram, thermodynamic property diagram, the coordinates are x and y, and the one system was in state 1, another system was at state 2. Okay, and the system is undergoing through change of state from state 1 to state 2. Okay, so when the function will be point function and the path function. Suppose there is a function, suppose we have several ways to go from point 1 to point 2. We have several different paths. Now if one function, if the function is different in different path, that means the value of functions are different in different paths, then it will be considered as path function. And if it is indifferent between all three paths only dependent on point 1 and point 2, then it will be considered as point function. Let me elaborate once again, giving an example. Suppose a work done, let us consider work done, and let us consider volume. Okay, now this work done from, let us take, these are three paths. So work done is considered as a path function because it is dependent on path, because if the work, when the system is undergoing through change of state from state 1 to state 2 through path A, let us consider the work done as WA, it is WB through path B and through path C. So WA is not equals to WB is not equals to WC, or W12 is not equals to W2 minus W1, because these all are not same, these are dependent on path. Similar for heat transfer, if the transfer of heat is QA, QB and QC, then QA may not equals to QB is may not equals to QC, or we can say Q1 to 2 is not equals to Q2 minus Q1. Okay, so we cannot write as del Q. Okay, so that's why as Q and W are dependent on path, that's why these are considered as path functions. These are considered as path function. What is for volume? Okay, so changes in the volume for the system VA will be same as VB. Sorry, we have to take del is same as VC, because volume depends only on the endpoints. So del V will be V2 minus V1. Okay, same as temperature. Del T is T2 minus T1. So these are considered as point functions. Internal energy is U2 minus U1. Enthalpy H2 minus H1, because all these things are considered as point function. Okay, and one more concept for point function and path function is that the cyclic integral of path function is 0, whereas the cyclic integral of point function is 0, whereas cyclic integral of path function is not equals to 0. And whenever you have to denote the path function, it will be considered as you have to cut the D. So whenever you will write Q, it will be DQ. You have to cut the D, the top of the kit. Then for W, you have to cut the W. It only indicates that the function is path function. Okay, so this is the basic concept of path function and point function. So what is a path function? Path function dependent on path, and point function is independent of path. So you have to remember these points. Okay, so next is the sign conventions. Sign conventions. So let us take a system. Okay, so suppose this is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. So let us consider this W1, W2, W3, W4. Okay, so we have a system where we have seen that several transfer of heat or work has been taken place. That means the system, system is interacting with the surroundings in terms of heat and work transfer through the system boundary. Now you can see the directions of the heat. So there are several directions, whether it is coming in, whether it is going out. Same as for work done, whether it is coming in, whether it is going out. So what convention we will follow? When we will take positive, when we will take negative. So one more thing I will tell you, that the problems in the thermodynamics are pretty simple but very much conceptual, and the importance of sign convention is very much huge, because if you put positive instead of negative, then it will indicate something else. I will solve one problem, then I will tell you that what is the importance of sign conventions. So when heat is going out, it is going out of the system, then it is considered as positive. When heat coming in, heat is going out of the system, it is negative. When it coming in, it is positive. Opposite for work done. When work going out of the system, then it is positive. When work coming in, then it is negative. So work done on the system is negative, work done by the system is positive. And heat input on the system is positive, heat output from the system is negative. So you have to follow the convention. Now let me tell you one thing, that you can take your convention also in your problem, but generally we follow these conventions in the thermodynamics classes, and throughout my thermodynamics classes I will follow this convention. Okay, so let us take what is happening over here. Okay, so what will be Q1? Q1 will be positive because Q1 is coming in. What will be Q2? It will be negative. Then summation of Q is equal to, then Q3 is coming in, that will be positive. It will be Q4, it is also coming in, it is positive. What is Q5? It is minus Q5 because it is going out. So you have to follow the convention in this manner. Then what will be the summation of W? Let us consider W1, it is going out of the system, so it is positive. W2, it is also going out of the system, so it is also positive. Then W3, it is coming into the system, so it is negative. Then W4, it is also coming into the system, is negative. So this is the way to follow the convention. Okay, so let us solve one problem. Okay, so the first problem is, let me recite that when the valve of the evacuated bottle is opened, that atmospheric air rushes into it. If the atmospheric pressure is 101.325 kilopascal and 0.5 meter cube, 6 meter cube of air measured at atmospheric conditions enters into the bottle, calculate work done by the air. Okay. So to solve this kind of problem, you have to draw the diagram. So let me draw the diagram. So I have drawn one bottle which is evacuated as per the problem. The bottle as per the problem, which is evacuated. Okay. And the bottle, and let us consider there is a straw, there is a partitions. Okay, and the bottle is connected to the atmospheric pressure, and the bottle is connected to an inelastic balloon. So this balloon has a volume of 0.6 meter cube. Okay, now this is evacuated, it is vacuum, okay. So the system is evacuated. Okay, now whenever we remove the stop, the air will rushes inside the vacuum and it will fill the vacuum. Now you have to find out what will be the work done by the air. Okay, so let us consider. So first thing, you have to consider the control volume. So what is our control volume? So this is our control volume. Let us consider this is our control volume, and this is our system. So this is our system, and outside the system, it is surroundings. Surrounding means air. Surroundings. Okay, that means air. At how much pressure it is? 101.325 kPa. Okay. Now you have to find out Now you have to find out, you must remember these things. You have to find out the work done by the surroundings, not by the system. So in that case, we will consider this thing as system and this will be surroundings. Why? Because I can do the vice versa. So इतना complicatedly सोचने का बात नहीं है. Simple सोचो कि we have to find out work done by the surroundings to the system. So what will be the net work done by the air? It is work done on the bottle plus work done on the free air boundary, that is to move the balloon inelastic boundary. Okay. Now work done by the bottle. The bottle is fully rigid, so the volume is not changing, and as it is vacuum, so the work done by the bottle or on the bottle is 0. Work done on the bottle is 0. Now what will be the free air boundary conditions? It will be nothing but the pressure remains constant, so it will be P into V2 minus V1. P into V2 minus V1. Okay. So it will be 101.325. I am just taking the magnitude yet. I am not talking about the sign convention. I will tell you about later on. So it will be V2 minus V1. So what was V2? 0.6 minus 0. So it is coming as 60.8 kilojoule because this is in kilopascal. Okay. Now work done by the air. Work done by the air is positive because work is going out of the system. Work is going out of the system. It is positive. That means the WA will be plus 60.8 kilojoule. But if the vice versa was told that what will be the work done by the system, that means this system, so it will be W system will be minus 60.8 kilojoule. Look at over here. Why minus 68? Because work is done on the system by the surroundings, because the air is pushing this system boundary so that it can go inside, because it is a vacuum, so it will go inside and the system boundary is moving. Okay, so work done by the system is negative. So you can see that what is the significance of the sign convention. Here it is positive, but here it is negative. So if you changes the sign, the work done is different. It is work done for the system, it is work done for the surroundings, it is work done for the system, though the magnitudes are same, but the sign indicates whether the work is done by the system or the surroundings. So you must keep in remember that the sign convention is pretty important to solve any problem in thermodynamics. So let us move on to the next problem. Let me recite the problem. Okay. So here it has been told that a piston and a cylinder machine containing a fluid system has a steering device in the cylinder, figure below. So you can see the figure. The piston is frictionless and it is held down against the fluid due to the atmospheric pressure of 101.325 kilopascal. The steering device is turned 10,000 revolutions with an average torque against the fluid of 1.275 Newton meter. Meanwhile, the piston moves out 0.8 meter of 0.6 mm dia. Find the network transfer from the system. Network transfer for the system. That means we have to find out the work done for the system. So let us consider the system first. This is the system. We have to find out the work done for the system. Okay, this is system. Okay. Now let us jot down the data. So first it has been told that a piston cylinder machine containing a fluid system has a steering device inside the cylinder, figure below. The piston is frictionless and it is held down against the fluid due to the atmospheric pressure of 101.325 kilopascal. That means the atmospheric pressure PA, how much? 101.325 kPa. The steering device is turned 10,000 revolutions. So let us consider revolutions as N as 10,000 rev. Okay, with an average torque is given 1.275 Newton meter. Meanwhile, piston diameter of the piston is how much? 0.6 p, and it is moving L as 0.8 meter. Okay, so let us complete the diagram. So because of this steering device is steering, because of the steering the piston is moving outside, and the piston has moved out to its new position, which is 0.8 meter, and for this movement of the piston the steering device is rotated 10,000 revolutions. So we have to find out the work done. Okay, net work done, W net. So you can see here two work done is happening. One is work done for steering devices, and there is piston displacement work. So you can say W net, if you consider this one as W1 plus this one as W2 plus W2. So we will find out these two work done separately, and then we will follow the convention. Okay. So W1, you will know that P into theta. Right, T is the torque which is given, the average of 1.275 theta. So theta is not given. Theta we have to find it out, because theta is not given but the revolution is given. So we know for one revolution, how much distance covered by the device? It is 2 pi. That means for one complete revolution, the distance covered by the device is 2 pi. So for 10,000 revolution, it will be 2 pi into 10,000. Okay. So let us put it on the equation. So T is equal to 1.275 into 2 pi into 10,000 revolution. Okay, so it will come as, so it will divide as it is by 1000, so it is in joule. So to make it kilojoule, we have to divide it by 1000 kilojoule. So the result will come 80 kilojoule. Already I have derived the calculation. So it is coming as 80 kilojoule. Now what will be W2? W2 is simply integral of P dV. Okay, so P is constant because it has been told that the piston is frictionless against a fluid atmospheric pressure 101.325, and we know that atmospheric pressure remains constant. So we can take out this P out of the integral, so it will be dV, or you can say P into del V. Del V means the volume of this space, So how much it will be? So it will be P into A into L. Okay, so L is given, P is given. What will be the A? A is the area of the piston. A is the area of the piston. So it will be pi by 4 into dP square. So it will be pi by 4 into 0.6 whole square. So P will be, P is the atmospheric pressure. So it is 101.325 into A pi by 4 into 0.6 whole square into what is L? L is 0.8 meter. L is 0.8 meter. So if you do the calculation, the result will come as 22.9 kilojoule. 22.9 kilojoule. Okay. So I have told you that W net is equal to W1 plus W2. So still I have not put the sign convention. Now let us put the sign convention. Okay. Let us put the sign convention. Okay. So what will be the sign convention? The sign convention is W1. Look at over here. W1. What is W1? W1 is work done on the system. Work done on the system. That means it is negative minus 80 kilojoule. What is W2? This. It will be work done by the system. It will be positive. So what will the net work done for the system? It will be minus 57.1 kilojoule. It is work done for the system. Work done for the system. So we have got the result. So this is the significance of a negative sign. Significance of a negative sign in thermodynamics. So what will be the work done for the surroundings? It will be positive. It will be just the opposite. So with this I am ending this lecture today.